I also want to appreciate a lot the message that you've sent us, you've given us this morning in your sermon. You're either two things, either you're wise or you're intelligent. Which of the two do you think he is? Because, or you could be both. But I really want to appreciate that you have given us a very deep message. Na kama wengine wenu umesikiliza vizuri, hiyo sermon passed on by our lay leader this morning is an exceptional sermon. There are some things I thought I knew about that, the whole of that episode of the, story of the Garden of Eden, and, the kind of concoction we've told about this Mambo Garden of Eden, the fruit of the blah, blah. All of you are in this also, But there is clarity. There's clarity that you've given us this morning that I really appreciate. And one more time, when you're preaching somewhere else, there are some points I may want to get well, of what you preached this morning, so that it can sink. And when I also talk about it, I can talk about it with that clarity. And may God bless you. I believe with what you told us and the Mizizi group here, then I believe we are going somewhere. So let me also take the opportunity to congratulate once more the Mizizi team there. We are happy that in this church, that we are making a different commitment. Mizizi, in my thinking, and I believe it is true, Mizizi in deeper interpretation connotes foundation. Yes, not necessarily roots, but foundation. And what these young people have intended to do, if it is taken forward that way, it's going to be exceptional for this generation and for the generations that are represented in our morning service. Because there is nothing that we want more than to build a firm foundation for our youth. And again, our vicar, the team that has taken up that role, our Mizizi group, also God give you that passion, as we said earlier, to continue with that initiative. And again, now we have a very wonderful group here of our praise and worship. You are exceptional. You are very good, by the way. You are very, very good. I don't know whether ni mimi peke yangu, I love music, and especially Christian music, so probably that could be it. But I think there's something about you guys that's very, very good. It's about them. It's not about me. And so I want to also appreciate the good sync that you have brought about when our liturgical leaders there are doing their bit, you're doing yours, and you've also got. So, mchungaji wetu, I would propose also that this team, let's look at it differently. Let's look at this team differently. And also look at how you would make this a good talent for you moving forward, because you have the talent. And we agree on how we can support, the team from our drama here. You almost made me come here to dance and whatever, and the young people there. I want to also appreciate our leaders here, Mheshimiwa Edi, our MCA elected here, the other members of County Assembly, asanteni sana, and also our other leaders. We've been introduced to our municipal manager, our new chairperson for the municipality also, Gitawa Wangudhi. He's from this area, and we agreed to allow Wangudhi to sit in the board of the municipal management as the chairperson, so that we can have the issues of Gathiga, Kihingo on the board and on the table for development firsthand. And that's why we gave him a job. And this morning, our vicar did not come alone. I came with my family. So I want to ask my one and only to come here. So that we can, I can introduce her. But most of the time, I would rather that you hear her voice also. You know, asalimiane, si ndio? Aseme tu jambo, usipeane speech ni yangu. Kusalimiana tu, alafu, ndio, na kizungu, sio Kikuyu.
Praise God, church. Good morning. My name is Ack Kihingo Wamatangi. I was born and raised in a village called Kamiredu. How many of you know Kamiredu village? Awesome. Sitasema mengi, asanteni sana.
Okay. Santi. And we have our family with us here. These 3 guys here, our family. So this young lady is our firstborn. She's Emily Wamboi. Emily is in Strathmore University, now doing her 3rd year in computer science, and a good girl. So, lakini hutasema, my dad ndiye atasema. This gentleman is called Kimani Elvin Jr. So this is now the Wamatangi. Because we are both Kimani. And he's in Alliance High School. He's a candidate this year, preparing for his exams. And all the best. And this one now is the man of the home. As you can see, he's threatening to even be taller than the dad. He's called Gathiga Kimani. And he's also in Alliance High School. He just joined the other day. So, basi nyinyi mnaweza kukaa chini watoto, alafu mama pia wewe utaweza kukaa chini, alafu ndio sasa mzee anaweza tu kusema moja ama mbili, alafu familia imeongea. Si hivyo ndio inakuanga kwa maisha. Sawa, asanteni. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Asifiwe tena. Tusalimiane kwa salamu zake Mwenyezi Mungu. Sitasema mengi kwa vile najua tuko na service nyingine ambaye watu wanagojea kuingia. Itakuwa mchache wa maneno. Ya kwanza tunashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu sana sana sisi kama familia kwa vile tumekuwa wabarikiwa wa neema yake Mwenyezi Mungu na mapenzi yenu. You have blessed us in a big way, the people of Kihingo. As my friend Mheshimiwa Eddie here was trying to explain, alikuja kuomba kura. You know, I also came, Eddie. Ukaomba kura na ukakuja hii kanisa, na nilikuwa nimekuja mbeleni, na nyinyi mkatubarikisha na mkatupatia kura zenu. Nataka nichukue hii nafasi niwashukuru sana watu wetu wa Kihingo na Gathiga yote, because were it not for your goodness, for your goodwill, I would not be the governor this morning. Nataka mkubali kupokea ujumbe wangu wa kusema asanti. Mumekubali kwa niaba yangu na familia yangu, na niseme nikiwa hapa mimi niko nyumbani. This is home for me. Probably Mheshimiwa Eddie, you've not heard me telling this story, lakini hapa mimi sio mgeni. Kuzaliwa mchungaji wetu, mimi mahali nimezaliwa, ukitoka hapa utakatia hapa utembee na mguu. Nimezaliwa hapa Keineke, au Keineke hauo kanitha ine Hariori. That's where I'm born. Na kuzaliwa hapo mimi sasa wakati wa utoto, the first years of my life nimetembea hapa Keineke, Gathiga, Goko Kihingo na matukaine mahali ya Gathiga dukaine. That is where my initial life was. Kwa hivyo nikiwa hapa mimi sio mgeni. When we are talking about our issues, we are talking about issues of home. So yale mambo Mheshimiwa Eddie amesema, I had received also some communication from our municipal manager on some of our issues here. So very briefly, just to touch on them, but let's start with our church issues, mchungaji. Because sasa unajua umenisaidia sana. Nataka niseme sasa utakuwa rafiki yangu. I was wondering how and where to start because I can see the state of some of the things we need to do. I've been informed about some of them. Municipal manager had told me, Mheshimiwa Edi had also mentioned some of them. But mchungaji amenitoa mzigo kwa mabega. Akasema, the only thing I need to have is chocolate. Nyinyi mmekubali namna hiyo. So, lakini sasa nitaongeza kidogo juu ya chocolate because there are things that I know we need to do here. Mchungaji wetu hapa tulikuwa na mazungumzo. The last time when I was in this church, tulikuwa when Reverend Budhia was here, we still had quite a number of issues that we wanted. Mchungaji, I was being told by my municipal manager here that at that time we had committed to buy a generator together with the church. Was that correct or not correct? Was that correct? Yeah, that was it. Okay, so wakati sasa unajua naye Mungu anakujanga na njia nyingi kwa vile sasa hata lay leader kama angekuwa na nafasi ya kusema ati hakuna generator Mungu amemprove wrong because stima imepotea na generator ikawaka. So that means now what we have to talk is about something else, isn't it? Oh, you're hiring? Okay. So, tunaweza kubasi, that's one of the issues that was on my mind. The municipal manager had reminded me that we had a commitment here to buy a generator. I know that I had also received some information that we wanted to take on the project to repaint the church anew. And that was also on my mind. And then Mheshimiwa Edi now has brought in a new twist, which I don't know whether it was part of our initiative as politicians or Mchungaji had said so, that we need to also finish building our ablution block. So I will allow Mchungaji to tell me what to do before I leave. But what I will do is I will not offer chocolate. I will offer what we are able to offer this morning, and then we can start the drive depending on your choice. Mambo yetu ya community, that I will deal with as we finish. Mambo yetu ya community, kama vile yametajwa na mheshimiwa hapa. One, mchungaji wetu, nataka niwaulize watu wetu wa hapa, Kihingo, there is an issue that we have to deal with. Na muwache niseme hii, wakati tunamalizia mambo ile tunataka kusema asubuhi. Because kwa county ya Kiambu, wakati mumenipatia kazi to be the governor, one of the main reforms yenye nilisema nitafanya ni mambo ya masomo. And in my manifesto, I had one of the key pillars that I hold very passionate to my heart. And that is on ensuring a 100% transition at the entry level masomo yetu. And that is at the ECD level. I committed in my manifesto that if I became governor, I would ensure 100% transition for every child who wants to join our ECD learning centers and get an opportunity regardless of whether they are from a wealthy family or whether they are unable to afford education. And that is why nimeanzisha a massive campaign to ensure that we build a new ECD center in every school in this county. Wakati nimeanzisha kwa huu mwaka, I earmarked 134 schools that we are going to build new ECD centers straight on. Here in Kabete, the schools that we identified Kebiko Primary School, we identified Maheni Primary School, we identified Gathiga, we identified Kibisheko, and towards the end of the year, Kaiba, Kibisheko, and Dongoro. And what I need to do before I go to the other issues is that I commissioned and enabled this gentleman here to come and start on the work of building our ECD centers. Our ECD center in Kibiko Primary School started, and now it is almost 85% complete. The ECD center in Maheine started. It is 80% complete. And we are not just building a classroom. We are building a twin set of a PP1 class, a PP2 class, an office for the teacher of the ECD, ablution blocks for the kids, boys and girls, and one for the teachers, and a play center for the kids, complete with swings and all other things. That's the kind of center we are building. But when it came to the question of Gathiga, the ECD center in Gathiga did not start. Reason? That even the ECD center that was there before in Gathiga, that's the feedback, Mchungaji, that I got, and that we must deal with together as a community. That even the kids who were in that ECD center already had reduced to a negligible number that cannot sustain a class, and so the ECD center in Gathiga could not be built because there are no children to go to that ECD center. And my dear brothers and sisters, to that I have a big question mark as the governor as to how, although my friend Mheshimiwa Edi from Odero has said that this is a leafy suburb, that we look like we are well off, but that is only the face of it, unless something has changed that I don't know. But there isn't much here that I don't know. I am local here, and we have so many families here that are deserving, that are desirous, that should get their kids into a public ECD center, because not all of us are wealthy here. And so that issue, Mchungaji, that ya kwamba ECD center yetu hapa haiwezi kujengwa kwa vile hakuna watoto na hakuna watu wa kufuatilia mambo ya masomo, that we must deal with as a community. And I want us to agree together that this church itself, because we are the ones who have taken the initiative even before on this ECD center, that we are going to ensure that the ECD center here is revived. I am ready to build it anew and give it support, whatever it takes. Kwa ECD center zetu, we are, you know that we are giving all our children, wakiingia tunawapatia uji asubuhi. That is a county-wide program already going on. I said every child akiingia kwa ECD center, lazima 3 days in a week, every child has a boiled egg on the account of the county. And latest was we started the milk program, ambaye sasa watoto wetu every Thursday wanakunywa maziwa nzuri kwa ECD centers. And I want to tell the people of Kihingo, I went to Larry and we found an ECD center. Ilikuwa na watoto 7. Wakati tulianzisha feeding program, baada ya miezi mitatu, hiyo ECD center sasa iko na watoto 47 in that ECD center. And so we cannot give excuses that we don't have children in these villages. And Mchungaji, this is a challenge that I want to leave right here with the leadership of the church, and I want to support you, and we take up this together. Because we cannot be complaining about alcoholism and drug abuse at Gathiga Shopping Center and within our community, and yet we sit comfortable and agree that when our young people are supposed to be incentivized kuanza masomo at ECD level, supported to be the new Mizizi people, ya kwamba we are going to put our hands in our pocket and say it is okay. It is not okay. Ama namna gani jameni? Kwa hivyo tusikilizane ya kwamba hiyo jukumu, mchungaji, tusaidiane, tushikane, imalizike. Ya pili, nilikuwa nimeelezwa pia na Mheshimiwa Edi, na pia najua ya kwamba hapa tumekuwa na a few challenges. There is a request that we do the access road towards Kihara and Gashi, and I think Municipal Manager had also said that, and the access road and link directly to Mwemuto. That will be our first task hapa na municipal manager na wewe Eddie. That job we are going to make sure that we do. Tutengeneze a good, well-broad access and link road ya kufanya watu wa kupita Karura haraka bila kuzunguka hiyo mzunguko yote. And towards Mwemuto we shall do the same, na tuhakikisha kwamba ni barabara nzuri ya kabro watu waende wapite pande ile. On the issue of our main road yenye imetusumbua pale sana, all of you know that kwamba hiyo barabara ilikuja mambo mingi, siasa, what have you, from 2022 elections onwards up to now. What we have undertaken to do first is currently I have decided to rehabilitate the road from the county government coffers. And most of you who are using the road now upwards toward Kibiko and Tuangige, you can see we have already started rehabilitation. We'll rehabilitate that road to proper usable standard all the way to Jadaine for the time being. Until, and down here, down the river, mahali hapa kuna culvert, we're also going to make sure that tutengeneze hiyo culvert to good standard. Ile shida ilikuwa hapo juzi ya watu wakienda upande ya Jadaine, tumalize iwe ya kwamba watu wanaweza kuvuka. Hata ukikuja na baiskeli, you can be able to pass. We already have started on that, we'll do that. In the meantime, I have also given notice that if that road, the funds are not released within the next 3 months, I will take up the initiative to do that road with county funds, and then we do another program with national government, vile wataturudishia pesa zetu. Otherwise, the weight has been there. I know we have spoken to His Excellency, the President. He agreed that we'll do the road and he'll give the funds. We will follow up. If the funds are slow to come, we will intervene. We'd rather have a way of having that money paid back to the county government, because we can organize ourselves and have that done. Na mwisho, tuko na mambo ya maji hapa yenye huyu Eddie atakuwa anashughulika kila mahali. You are local here, mkiwa na Wanguthi. So ensure that hizi mambo yote ya hizo boreholes na nini, we have the funds to do them. Watu wa Kihingo must be represented on meza yetu ya maendeleo. So hiyo itakuwa ni jukumu lenu. Tusikizane ya mwisho ni mambo yetu ya hospitali. Hapa Gathiga ya kujenga a level 3 hospital at a cost of 60 million. It will start immediately. Mtu wa hapa Kihingo, mtu wa Gathiga, you no longer need to Wangige. You no longer need to go to Kihara. In another 6 months, tutakuwa hapa na hospitali yetu, iko na 16 maternity beds, iko na 10 general and all other facilities, including the equipment and the personnel. So in another 8 months, tutakuwa na hospitali yetu. The contract has already been. Mambo ya street lighting, tulisema ya kwamba hiyo shida yenye Mheshimiwa Eddie umesema ya kwamba that problem persists because we rely to pay Kenya Power is 180 million now. And that is why I have consciously rolled out a firm policy ya kwamba kuendelea mbele sasa we are only installing solar street lighting. Na kwa hivyo kuendelea mbele hata hizi zenye ziko hapa, we are going to replace all the lights in the next 3 weeks with solar street lighting. Reason being, tusipofanya namna hiyo, wengi wenu hamjakuwa mkijua what has been going on. Kule kwa ofisi, mimi nikikaa, mtu wa Kenya Power anakujanga ananiletea bill ya 180. Nyinyi saizo hamjui. Na wenye wamekuwa mbele yangu have not been honest enough to say this, because people want to say tunaweka street lighting for political reasons. We are doing something. It is not sustainable. Nikilipa 50 million, wakiniletea bill, wanakimbia wanakata stima ya hospitali. Wananiambia tuongeze 50. Nikienda nikiongeza 50, after 1 week wanaenda wanakata ya sokoni. Then naenda tafuta another 30 million, natafuta. Tukikaakaa wanaenda wanakata ya maji ya raia. the public water supply. And so inakuwa ni mzunguko. Kila saa mnajiuliza mbona hakuna pesa ya kufanya hivi, mbona hakuna pesa yote inaenda kwa mambo mengine kama hiyo ya Kenya Power. Ndio tumesema sasa street lighting yetu yote, public lighting kwa kaunti ya Kiambu sasa ni solar. We already have acquired solar lights. Sasa ile kitu tunasubiri kuanzisha sasa ni kuroll out, ndio ya kwamba street zetu zote ziwe ni za solar. Kwa hivyo hiyo kazi tutafanya na najua tutakuwa sawa sawa. Here in Kihingo, we will be coming here, God willing, in another 3 weeks kukuja kulete supply yetu, nyinyi mpange edi ya mahindi na fertilizer ya wakulima wa hii area. Hata isipokuwa tuko na manyumba zinaonekana huku mbele za kifahari, manyumba za gorofa, bado sisi ni wakulima. Ama namna gani jameni? Mama zetu na babu zetu na madugu zetu na dada zetu wenye waona kazi Nairobi, bado hapa ni wakulima. So nitakuja kuleta fertilizer pamoja na mahindi, na nataka niwaulize kwa heshima, wakati tunaleta hizo, I am accompanying that with 5 avocado trees and 5 other trees. Ukibeba nendeni mpande miti. Si tuko sawa sawa jameni? Tutafanya hivyo. Ndio hii area yetu yote ya Kabete tafadhalini ikuwe mzuri. Tusikubali ya kwamba hata kama tutajenga hizi flat mnaona tunajenga, tunapindua hii Kihingo na Gathiga yote kukua a concrete jungle. I am very keen to ensure ya kwamba we also conserve our environment. Kwa hivyo mchungaji wetu tunasema asanti, tunashukuru. Sasa mimi ile chocolate nitakuachia hapa mchungaji, nitakuachia chocolate ya shilingi 1200, wewe decide ile. Kwa hiyo mambo, kwa ile mambo yenye iko hapo sasa wewe utaamua ni wapi. So aya mchungaji lete hiyo kikapu ikoje hapa, tuko na wadosi wengine hapa na hata hawa wako na nini, tuko na mheshimiwa wetu Edi ametupatia 5000. Asante sana brother. Teacher Alice, huyo ni mwalimu, patia 5000. Huyu